Namaste and welcome to VD Decode YouTube channel.
Have you ever wondered why a self-driving car navigating perfectly in California will completely freeze up the moment it hits an intersection in Mumbai? Did you know your next car might have a mind of its own, hitting the brakes to save you before you even see the danger? And what about those fully robotic taxis we see in sci-fi movies? Are they actually going to conquer Bengaluru traffic by 2030? Well, the reality is a bit more complicated, but a lot more interesting. To understand how a computer drives a car, you have to think about how we teach a human teenager to drive. A student driver starts with zero instincts. They have to be explicitly taught every single rule, and they process everything step by step. Self-driving software does the exact same thing, using a continuous three-step loop: sense, plan, and act. First, it senses the environment. Second, the computer plans a safe route. And finally, it acts by physically turning the steering wheel or hitting the brakes. The computer repeats this cycle dozens of times every second, but because it relies entirely on this rigid, logical loop, it struggles in situations where humans naturally rely on gut instinct and eye contact. Engineers grade these systems on a scale from 0 to 5. A classic manual car, where the human driver is responsible for 100% of the sensing, planning, and acting, is level 0. Levels 1 and 2 operate like a highly alert co-pilot. We call this ADAS, or Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. At level 2, the car can steer itself to stay in a lane, or automatically brake to avoid a crash, but you, the human, must keep your eyes on the road. At the very top of the scale is level 5. This is the ultimate robot car. There is no steering wheel and no pedals, and absolutely zero human intervention required, no matter where you go. Knowing these grades helps us separate the hype from reality. We aren't getting those steering wheel-free level 5 robotaxis in India tomorrow. But those level 2 co-pilot features, they are already arriving in dealerships across the country today. So how does a level 2 car actually execute the sense part of that three-step loop? It uses an array of specialized hardware. The most obvious sensors are the cameras. These are the car's basic eyes. They scan the road in visible light to read speed limit signs, spot walking pedestrians, and track the painted lines. Next is the radar. Think of this as a kind of bat sense. It bounces radio waves forward to measure the exact distance and speed of the vehicle ahead of you. Because it uses radio waves instead of light, it works perfectly even in thick fog or heavy rain when the cameras are completely blinded. Then we have ultrasonic sensors. This is the car's sense of touch. They emit very short-range signals right around the bumpers, which is why your car beeps to keep you from scraping a pillar while parking. Finally, the most advanced systems use LiDAR. This acts like supervision, firing millions of rapid laser beams every second to build a highly accurate, real-time 3D map of the entire world around the car. When the car's computer fuses all these artificial senses together, it gains an environmental awareness that reacts a fraction of a second faster than human reflexes ever could. This chart shows the stark difference in daily running costs between traditional cars and modern electric vehicles. A typical petrol car costs around 7 rupees per kilometer to run, but charging an EV at home drops that to just 77 paise. If you drive 50 kilometers a day in something like a Tata Nexon EV, you save about 8,700 rupees every single month. Over a year, that is more than 1 lakh rupees staying in your bank account instead of going into a fuel tank. These yearly fuel savings are so large that they often cover the higher purchase price of a high-tech electric car in less than 4 years. Essentially, the money you save on petrol pays for the car's advanced sensors and safety features over time. For a daily commuter, choosing a car with level 2 autonomy is a move that lowers your total cost of ownership. The vehicle funds its own safety upgrades through the money it saves you on every trip. But if the sensors are so good, why can't we just jump straight to level 5, hands-free driving? The problem is the training data. Artificial intelligence models learn to drive on highly structured, predictable roads in the West. Indian roads present a completely different reality. The cameras look for clear, painted lane markings, but those lines are frequently faded or missing entirely. And lasers struggle to identify deep, water-filled potholes until it's too late. Then there is the issue of our mixed traffic. AI expects a neat row of identical cars. Instead, it encounters a chaotic blend of tiny auto rickshaws, narrow bicycles, and massive trucks, all squeezing into the same lane. The biggest challenge to the computer's plan logic is the sheer unpredictability of our streets. Algorithms freeze up when they have to negotiate right-of-way with stray dogs, pedestrians crossing outside of crosswalks, or a cow resting right in the middle of a busy intersection. This relentless barrage of unscripted variables overloads the software. The AI simply cannot predict what will happen next, which makes a fully automated Level 5 robotaxi impossible in India right now. We have to set realistic expectations. Cars that drive entirely by themselves across the country are still decades away. Level 2 ADAS is the technology you can actually use right now. Automakers are training these systems specifically for Indian road conditions, creating a co-pilot that helps reduce fatigue on long highway trips and automatically hits the brakes if a sudden danger appears. Instead of replacing the driver with a robot, this technology acts as a high-speed assistant that catches mistakes before they turn into accidents. Over 80% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. If you want more clear, simple breakdowns of the technology changing how we move, hit that subscribe button for VD Decode. We'll see you in the next one.